You're watching Maryland's first television station, WMAR 2 News. Now, Good Morning Maryland.
It is 4:30 on this Friday morning, June 21st. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jonathan Hunter. Let's get a quick look at the forecast with meteorologist Stevie Daniels. And Stevie, it's no secret it's going to be a hot one this weekend.
Absolutely. Our AC units are actually going to be working overtime throughout the weekend, even for today, as a lot of us will be climbing back into the mid-90s. So well above average, about 10 degrees above normal. But it's actually going to be feeling a little bit hotter than that, more like the upper 90s to near 100 degrees today. And then temperatures and the humidity levels will increase throughout the weekend. So we will have excessive heat watches that go underway this weekend. For spots northwest of the bay, they go into effect tomorrow morning through tomorrow evening, as the heat index values could rise up anywhere from 100 to 110 degrees. For the eastern shore, these excessive heat watches will go into effect starting Sunday morning throughout Sunday evening. Jonathan?
We definitely have to hit the pool. We now have official documents detailing the charges against Victor Martinez Hernandez. They provide more details of the investigation and the timeline of the suspect's whereabouts after Rachel Morton's death. WMAR 2 News' Jack Watson has the details.
On Thursday night, hours after Victor Martinez Hernandez arrived at Martin State Airport in Middle River, documents from the Harford County State's Attorney show what police are accusing him of doing. First, the charges. They include first and second degree murder, rape, and assault of Rachel Morin. The document continues, saying Morin was reported missing on August 5th and that her boyfriend told police Morin went on a walk earlier that evening on the Ma and Pa Trail. Her car, police say, was found at the trail parking lot at the William Street entrance. Later the next afternoon, the document continues, Morin was found not far from the parking lot in a wooded area. Quote, there were signs that Morin had been beaten to death and sexually assaulted. After taking forensic evidence, a genetic profile was created, leading police to identify a possible relative of the suspect. Police looked into family lineage, and that led to them identifying Victor Martinez Hernandez as a possible suspect. Last week, the documents say, police learned Hernandez had been staying with family in Maryland from December 2023 to May 2024. They told police Hernandez left around the beginning of May of this year and never returned. The documents didn't say where Martinez Hernandez was living before Morin's death in August 2023 and when he moved in with his family that December. They also don't say if the family knew he was on the run. They did give police some of his clothing, and DNA testing from that matched what was found at the crime scene.
I think there's a sense of relief, as there was when we announced the arrest, but also a sense of, I guess, I don't want to say satisfaction, I'm not sure what the right emotion is, but knowing that he is back here in Harford County to answer for the horrific thing that he did here to Rachel.
Hernandez was brought back to Maryland on Thursday after police in Tulsa, Oklahoma arrested him the week before. The 23-year-old El Salvador native, who was in the U.S. illegally, was also accused of homicide in El Salvador and assault in Los Angeles. In Harford County, Jack Watson, WMAR 2 News.
They've been stuck on the Dolly for nearly 3 months, but today 8 members of the Dolly crew will finally get to head home. The Baltimore Seafarers Center confirmed that news today. 13 other crew members will be allowed off the ship but have to stay in the Baltimore area. On March 26th, the Dolly crashed into the Key Bridge, causing it to collapse. 6 construction workers were killed. The Dolly's owners have denied any fault or neglect in the collapse, but face a number of pending lawsuits. Baltimore City is suing Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and FritoL for their roles in creating a, quote, plastic pollution crisis. They say the companies created a public nuisance, creating products that now would harm the environment. When bottles and plastic bags aren't thrown away properly, they damage wildlife. The products also contain chemicals that make their way into water and soil. Pepsi declined to comment on the lawsuit. Coca-Cola and FritoL have not responded. One group hopes to put Baltimore's property taxes in the hands of city voters. Members of Renew Baltimore submitted a petition with 23,000 signatures to the city law department to put the question of lowering taxes on the ballot this November. They say Baltimore City's property taxes are nearly double that of every county in the state, and it's a main reason people continue to move out of the city.
When we look at the average value of an owner-occupied home in Baltimore City is $222,000. The property tax rate means that they're paying $300 more per month just on property taxes than they would if they owned that same property in Baltimore County or Anne Arundel County. So people are leaving the city.
Renew Baltimore's plan would lower the tax rate gradually over 7 years. The petition only needed 10,000 signatures to make it to the ballot, but the law department still needs to review them. In a statement, Mayor Brandon Scott calls the move short-sighted and naive, adding it would hurt city services like trash pickup, first responders, and rec and parks. We have his full statement at WMAR2news.com/America Votes. And Roanoke County Emergency Management is hosting a free summer camp for girls interested in emergency management. WMAR 2 News' Allie Blake tells us with what they'll learn.